Went into the Center Point food store today for the first time ever. One of the owners was pulling out of the parking lot when we were pulling up, and Marnita knows him. And he pulled out in his awesome Camaro, black and red, and I said, "What do I gotta do to be like you?" And he said, "Well," and he told me his little spiel. And I said, "Well, I want to work with you." He said, "I'll give you a job. Right there on the spot, I'll give you a job." I walked in there first time. I didn't go in there 10 years ago. I've never been in that food store. And the energy when I walked in was beautiful. I'd prefer even this. This is a chain. I'm in front of Dollar General while the ladies are in there. I'm hanging out with Parker in the back seat, and here I am thinking about, just looking to my right, I can see the Center Point food store, and it's a beautiful grocery store, and they put a new banner out front of the Sky Auto, the Ford Auto place, says home of the lifetime warranty. And here I am, your lifetime warranty. And Marnita asked me, she said, how do you handle this job of taking on everybody's worries and fears and pains? I said, I have to, it's my position. And then I talked to her about Meet Joe Black. I explained to her that, over time as you age out, the enemy will come in, right? And they'll try to get you to merger with a bigger company that doesn't care about the people. They only care about their profits of what goes into the pockets of every other board member in the room. They don't care about the one old man who's been feeding them the whole time. One pocket filled 11 other people. One person from that pocket of 12 threw his change back and went and killed himself. Because somebody from the 12 outside, somebody from the Pharisees told him to. So you're not going to fall back on us. No, you can keep what we gave you and go be quiet and live a prosperous life. But if you throw it back, don't come crying back to us. No, you're going to handle it yourself. God didn't tell you to do it. Trust me, he was in the room with you. God just knew that the one person who's going to betray me is going to hand me a piece of bread. I'm in that moment. I laid out the picture. I laid out the platform. Best part about being afraid to hand me the piece of bread is they don't want to die. That comes with it. I die too. Don't you worry. I digress. I took a bunch of pictures while I was in there, just the lineup and the names of the wine bottles. I don't drink. You might catch me having a Guinness once in a while if we have dinner together. You might catch me with one glass of red wine, if I find the date to be elegant enough. I panoramed from the liquor section that I noticed they don't carry Gentleman Jack, and they're all out of Tennessee honey. Those are my sweet flavors. Those are my smokiness. It's me. It's what you get when you drink from my cup. But they don't have it on stock. They only have the Jack that makes you angry. They only have the wannabe Jim Beams in the apple flavor of whatever it is they mix up in their whiskey barrels. It's funny, as we ordered a new barrel today, and tomorrow I get to take the other 4 barrels of trash, nastiness, everything that Dad's been burning for years upon years. Those barrels have been here since I was here last time. He accumulated a few more because he couldn't lift up the old barrel. So I got a truck coming tomorrow for me to load those out and get rid of them. And I said we only need 1 burn barrel. In all honesty, we shouldn't even need to burn trash. We should be calling in the dumpster truck and have them come pick the trash up that way. We were walking out the grocery store over there. I got caught up on the magazine rack, just laughing about it for a second, and then I turned around, right, and this girl walks through, this woman. No ring on her finger. She actually looked just like the image of Christine. Not my sister, but her sister. Now, I loved her like a sister. I didn't have any attraction to her sexually, not one bit. And there's a lot of relationships where you're like, you know, you look at your love and you look at the difference between your love and the other loves in the household, and you're like, why can't my wife be more like her? But this girl knocked me on my ass when I turned around, and she was right in front of my face. I couldn't find words. I couldn't say anything. I literally felt like she sucked the soul out of my life the moment I looked at her. She pulled away. She was out there. She didn't even buy nothing. Real life. She didn't. She went into the store. She didn't even pick nothing up. But she came back out the store. By the time I was able to pull away, Juanita was like, I want to empty out my ashtray. I said, okay. So I pulled over by the front doors. This girl walks out from the front doors, and we locked eyes. She had one of those looks, you know, that look when you lock eyes with somebody, but they're interested, but they're not interested. And I wasn't interested. I was just amazed by the spirit that came over the two of us. She got in her car. There's a car seat in the back. No ring, but there's a car seat. Okay. You a nanny? You a babysitter? You an auntie? You a mother of yourself? You just ain't married? How beautiful this is. That looked like something that a husband once had, a father once had. Similar setup. MD Concrete Company. Here we go. MD. What's MD? Medical doctor? Within the amount of time it took for her to be a stuck-up cunt, between then and now, I could have already been on my way to being a doctor. I was already a street doctor. I could have been on my way to being critical care. But she stopped that from happening. That phone number for that company, by the way, if you need concrete work, is 319-851-6666. Welcome to hell, and you all put yourselves in it. I don't give a fuck. I have to play the devil. I'm God here on earth, but I have to play the Antichrist for every one of you pieces of shit who walk all over one another and are unfaithful to each other. Fellas, you put a horrible fucking taste in my mouth, you faggots. You put a fucking horrible taste in my mouth, you piece of shit, ingrateful, inbred motherfuckers. Horrible fucking taste in my mouth. You could be a top-notch man, right? And you just fucked up everything for every other man coming into the pit of hell. Because you're not going to the gates of heaven. None of you are at the very moment. As badly as you want to say you are, I told you no. I said no. Christ here on earth, I'm telling you, you're not fucking worthy enough to go through the gates of heaven at all. Even if you've died, you know that your spirit rests above and inside your casket, inside your urn. It's just they're pounding on the walls waiting for Jesus to set them free. But meanwhile, I get to stand outside the genie bottle and not rub it. No, I get to open the lid and look down inside of you and sit there and say, you pieces of shit, open your fucking mouths. I'm going to pour some water in for you. Since you begged so much to look up and beg for Jesus, for Lazarus to give you that fucking taste. You want the PG version of Christ. I get it. You want the PG version. You want the prim and proper. Jesus will let us in. No, I won't. You know why I won't let you in? Because I know the sins that all of you have performed. I know the little things all the way down to the nitty-gritty and to the bottom of your heart. I know the foulness of what you put in your veins. I know the disgust that you shove into your lungs. I know everything that you've ever dreamed about so wrongfully. It's disgusting. So disgusting that these days I can't even sleep at night because you have a lot of fucking nastiness in your lives. So much remorse and so much regret to the things that you've done to your neighbor, the things that you've done to your children, the things that you've done to your own selves, the things that you've done to your loves that you say you love but you don't fucking love. Not one person in this world understands what unconditional love is. You know that, right? That's why you fall short of Christ. Because you don't know what unconditional love is. That's why you go to church every fucking Sunday to try to figure out what it means. Every fucking week. But you know, on time, every one of you is on time to get to the liquor store by 5 o'clock. Every one of you is on time to call your drug dealer by the time they get home from their own jobs when you get your paycheck. You're on time for your haircut appointments. You're on time for whatever. But are you on fucking time to pick your kids up from school? No. Are you on time to be there for your husband? No. You're on time to be there to suck the next dude's cock. I know that one. You're on time, fellas, and I'm not just laying on the women either. You're on time to fucking skeeve out. As soon as your girls leave, you call and text the next person you fucking can because you got fucking social anxiety problems. Gag on that one, you faggot. I hate that word, but I love that word because you know what it means? It means a fucking cigarette. It means you're burning at the very tip of your ends, you know, your fucking fire bush. I can call you a cunt, but that means something completely different in the British language. But in your language, you think, oh my God, I'm not a slut. I don't do that. Yes, you do. And if you haven't, you had. You've been doing it for a long time. You're eager to get the fuck out of the house so that you can go suck on a cock. So that you can go try something new, so you can ride a new dime. You're eager to get to the gym to pump your ass up so that maybe some dude will come fuck that instead of fuck you in the mouth. I am angry today. I'm in that Salt Life moment. I recognized it. In that Salt Life moment. It's funny. As we were going to pull away too, as Marnita got back in the car and I locked in with that spirit. The spirit of my sister. That pretentiousness of a sports mom. And Marnita said it too. It was hilarious. She goes, oh, the sports moms, always in a rush to get where they need to be, thinking they can park wherever they want to park. Pulled right up in front of my nose of my vehicle. Not even a parking space. It made it so I couldn't pull forward. I had to back out, and she just got out of her car, went into the grocery store like nothing. I'm like, you got 15 parking spaces all around us, and you just want to park right there like you think you're king shit? But meanwhile, when I pulled in to talk to Ron and to drop off, you know, to go, before I parked in a parking space, I stopped in the same spot she did to have a conversation with him. So who's different? I don't know. Right, Parker? I don't, we have to live through this, and we have to talk about these moments. We have to get them out in the open. And a lot of people are like, get them out in the open behind fucking closed doors. Just deal with that shit with the psychologist. I am your psychologist. So when you have these moments of your own influx and you're realizing the acid reflux is coming up to your eyeballs because you're like, why am I so stressed out? Why am I so tired? Why am I so exhausted? Because you fucked God over. So you're going to work 10 times harder. You want your double share. You want to be a mother and a father. Well, you can make the rest of the world do the same thing. You can take fathers out the picture who actually want to be fathers, because there's more numbers of men wanting to be fathers than there are of women who would rather go ahead and chastise a man for being the man they are and not being the image of what they ever dreamed of. To the T. To the fucking T. What if your name was Chris? You don't want to walk on that man sucking another dude's cock, do you? You even tattooed his name on your stomach, but you can't see. You can see right through that fucking tribal. You can't get rid of the Christ in your life. Got a reckless t-shirt like that. Well, they're coming back now, so I'm going to upload this in a little bit. I got 5% battery, and I'm so thankful to be able to... What'd you get?
Coffee, drinks, some bows to decorate Onyx's
Thank you very much.
And a gift bag.
A gift bag? Amen. So, 15 minutes, that's all you get from me. Peace out. Good spirit, bad spirit, spirits of what? But that was a spirit that looked at me like, I miss you,
Some.
but I'm doing my own thing, okay?
Yeah, it's not.
And I understand that. I understand that.